for me. Every now and then I wanna let go, but I guess this the way that love should feel. Yeah, I swore I need. Seen no red flags, get my eyes closed. Things might get toxic. Angel disguised as the devil. Ain't that ironic? Had the choice to go, but girl, I'd rather stay. Though you get on my nerves, my last nerve. She's bad for me, but she's still mine. Just to feel the rush, just to be that girl is poison, 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 poison to me. Feels so good, she's dangerous. But I like this toxic love. I'm addicted to the cake. I put me in magnets. How can I leave? Just a masterpiece, little mischief, low-key crazy. But she can't hide it. Angel disguised as the devil. Ain't that ironic? Had the choice to go, but girl, I'd rather stay. Try to think I'm crazy for keep loving my baby. Even though she's bad for me, but she's still mine. Just to feel the rush, just to be that girl is poison, 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 poison to me. Feels so good, she's dangerous. Yeah, but she's still mine. I don't care what they think, but she's still mine. We can get crazy, but she's mine. Say what you want, she's still my baby. Yeah, she's mine. We don't care what they think, cause she's mine. We can both get crazy. Angel disguised as the devil. Ain't that ironic? Had the choice to go, but girl, I'd rather stay. Try to think I'm crazy for keep loving my baby. Even though she's bad for me, but she's still mine. Just to feel the rush, just to be that girl is poison, 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 poison to me. Feels so good, she's dangerous. Yeah, but she's still mine. I don't care what they think, she's still mine. You get crazy, but she's mine. Say what you want, she's still my baby.
Hi YouTube, hi Facebook, Instagram if you're there. What's good?
You like the elevator music?
Mm-hmm.
Share the live.
Yeah.
Share the live.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Granny, what up?
Hi, Granny.
That's the elevator music. That's like you getting in the elevator and you coming down to the show. Like you gotta get it. We coming in. We it's intro music. It's intro, you know.
Yeah, it's whack.
It's like we soothing you before the chaos, before the ratchetness. You gotta soothe you. That's soothing music. It's soothing.
Mm-hmm. you say so.
What do y'all want to hear? You want to hear trap music?
Right, Granny? Like, you might as well.
We might as well hear funeral music because we all going to be at a funeral, and it's going to be ours. So you might as well hear it. You know what I'm saying?
What? I'm actually going to, or I'm not going to the funeral. I'm going to a wake tomorrow morning.
Okay.
I guess. Yes.
I guess this music will be playing in your head all day tomorrow.
No, it won't, because I'm not going to be there all day tomorrow.
Well, why are you there?
No, it's not. It's going to be Chinese music.
Wait, what music?
It's going to be Chinese music. Excuse me.
You going to a Chinese funeral?
They are like, they're Blackanese.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know, shout out to the. So it's just okay. Chinese people live a long time, yo. I never seen a young Chinese person. Ever seen a young Chinese person die?
A what?
I never seen the news of a Chinese person dying at a young age. Like these niggas, they don't die. They die. They live to be 100 years old. Like all of them. I never name one Chinese person that died at a young age. You can't name one person.
Just because you haven't
can't name one person.
Seen it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I mean, I said that just the other day. I was saying, I was on a phone talking to somebody. I'm like, yo, I never seen an Asian person driving. Excuse me. And I got in the tunnel. There's this Asian lady in the Range Rover falling asleep behind the wheel, and then an Asian man driving a Tesla with the curtains up. So
do their eyes open a little wider when they drive, but it's still
no. No, thank you. The woman kept shaking her head or whatever. So when we got out the tunnel, I come out hard to get her attention. I'm like, bitch, pull over. Like she had a little kid in the front seat sleeping.
Damn.
Like, what you doing?
Shit.
About to get on the highway being stupid. She was holding up traffic in the fucking tunnel, going from side to side.
Damn.
I've been mad slow.
And she was sleeping, you said?
She was like, you could see her like her eyes going down to her head.
Wait. Are you sure she was sleeping? They all look like they sleeping now. Come on now. You know?
Oh gosh. No, nigga. She was
they all look like they sleeping.
Her head was like bobbing like this, and then she kept like shaking her head and shit like that. And rubbing her face.
Shit. Yeah, sports tomorrow. We got sports tomorrow, Kel. You good? Well, you did a good job holding it down for Vintage, Jess. Vintage said you did an excellent job yesterday.
No,
you did? She would have said it.
No, wait a minute. Where's my mouth?
What did you say?
I said good show. Now you don't know what part of the show I said was good. I just said good show.
Oh, come on now.
The part which I was cutting up, or the part that cut off.
Kel,
it could have been like, yeah, when y'all had to hang up and come back on.
Kel, she's taking shots. She's taking shots, Kel. She's taking shots. Shots. She's taking shots with no chaser. You can't erase her. I like your hair. You got your hair done. Like, looks nice.
Who?
You? Did you get your hair done?
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. It looks like you did. I can't remember. Maybe I'm drinking.
We two cows.
We all got love for each other. We came in here loving each other. We gonna go out loving each other. It's a love fest. Introduce yourself.
I am Vintage. Wait, no, I'm not. I am Dana. I'm not, aka Vintage.
I mean, vintage is a word that's you got to look it up. And I say it in my special. It means like rare, one of a kind. It ain't like no bullshit. It's like vintage, like vintage. Yeah.
I'm just asking a question.
Yeah. It's like a good thing.
Thank you, Kels. I appreciate you.
No, she definitely can't be. You're unreplaceable. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Do you swear that the evidence you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes. Thank you, Kels. Hearts. I do like the sports show though. I'm feeling Sports Fridays.
I don't know too much about sports, man. They be all talking to me, man. I don't know what they be talking about, man. Nah. I can talk about sports, but to a certain degree. Old school sports, not new school sports. I don't know the new school shit. The new school shit I gotta learn. but it is what it is. We can cut up. Maybe we'll talk about women. We'll do a women bashing too on Fridays. How we talk about women on Fridays? So we can talk about women and sports. How women be
what's a women bashing Friday? Wow, yeah, that goes together.
We can talk about women, how they be acting a fool, and they don't know what the best thing in their life is to ever have is a man like Glam. I'm gonna swear myself in right now.
Do you swear that the evidence you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. I gotta tell the truth. It's the Truth Be Told podcast. The tour is coming in May. The tour is in May. The meet and greet tour is in May. Truth Be Told, we coming to a street near you, and I'm gonna be outside. So get ready to see me in person. I need you to subscribe to me. I'm gonna come right in your face and say, I need you to subscribe to the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Let's just get it popped. Noli, what up? You better send my dollar. I hope you sent my dollar. I didn't see no dollar in the cash app. I'm gonna bust your ass. I don't play that shit. Love you.
He said he's on your bumper.
Put all your hands up. We gotta swear all y'all motherfuckers in. All y'all truth tellers, truth jury, everybody in here. Everybody put your hand up in the air and wave it like you just don't care. Let's get it.
Do you swear that the evidence you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
God.
Let's get it.
God.
I'm coming here lying. I'm gonna fucking somebody up. Come here lying. This motherfucking lying this bitch.
Like you?
It's too. Don't be lying in this motherfucking house.
Glam said he's the only one that can lie.
And take your shoes off when you come in here. And you take a shit. Wipe your ass. And subscribe.
I want my friends. Let me see.
If you come in here to shit, bring your own toilet paper. I don't hand out the toilet paper. We don't. But what does it say? We don't supply the toilet paper. You got to bring them shit. You brought friends? What kind of friends? You got retainer? What's that in your mouth? I can't see it. You got to really come up to the screen. What's that? Gold front? Oh,
yeah.
At the bottom. What are you trying? You going to old school party? What's going on?
The tops.
The bottom and the top? Oh shit.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to be. She trying to look like she from down south with some shit like that. What you got? Huh?
It's so crazy. No, that's from fucking high school. Nah, I bought I wore it, but I took it to work to just to talk to one of my coworkers to be a jackass with him.
You wanted to talk to your coworker with gold in your mouth? CO, I played that track, baby. I know you heard it.
Hey, CO. Yeah, because he's a photographer. So he always be telling me like talking about my smile and shit like that.
I like your smile.
But But yes, so I'm about to get some more. I love Friends.
Ladies, y'all ever gave oral with French in your mouth? How it feels? So y'all let me know.
No.
Niggas, any niggas out there had a chick with French in their mouth? Like just put all the gold on the balls, on gold on a polished. They polished the knob with the gold.
That's bad nasty. Oh my gosh, what is wrong with everybody?
Hold on, I'm trying to. What's
calling me? It's wild.
Is that the
who?
What the fuck just happened? Oh.
No, that's not my friend from jail. He got on my nerves. So,
yo, you be cutting niggas off, yo, for real. Shit, how you cut a damn nigga off? You can't cut a nigga off that's already cut off. The world cut him off. You want to cut him off even more? You want to have that nigga punching the floor? I mean.
Yep, and he's in the box. That's not my problem. Shouldn't have got on my nerves.
Damn, niggas in the bizox.
I didn't cut him off. I'm not talking to him for some months.
You on timeout?
Until I feel like it.
You on timeout?
Yeah. I mean, he only got 2 years left. He'd be all right. He'd been in there for fucking 24 already. He'd be all right.
Damn, 24. That's my man. Shout out to my man. What's his name? I had to talk with him. He said he appreciated me giving him love. Show that nigga some love.
Yeah, whatever. What is this? Antonio?
I'm going to send you some of my Stain magazines, my favorite Stain magazines. I'm going to send all of them to your jail cell, all right?
That's disgusting.
The stains won't come off, but you can enjoy whatever pages you would like to enjoy, brother.
That's disgusting.
No, this is disgusting. This nigga that said he went to
Leo.
Oh, it's about to get dark. Hold on. When Leo come in, it gets dark. Hold on. I got to put some dark shit. Hold on. It just got dark. It just got dark in the chat room. Leo's in here. It got dark.
It's dark and hell is hot.
The hell is hot. It's about to get dark in here. Y'all be careful. Watch the comment section. It might get ugly. You might say, fuck your kids.
Oh my gosh, stop it.
Yo, everybody in here, share the live, man. 'Cause I don't know how long you're gonna be here, but share it because this shit is looking lit. Share the live, please. Just share it and show the love. We here in the building. You already know the vibe. Antonio Brown raising nearly 8K for this nigga that be lying in it all day.
Who's lying?
The nigga here, he lied. He lied. Oh wait, you know what he did?
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god, stop fucking lying.
Listen,
Okay.
look, this ain't even updated shit because this is nigga lie. Antonio Brown raised $80,000 for the Georgia father who left his kids at McDonald's to go get it, to go get a job, to allegedly go to a job interview. And later he's been found to be a liar because his kid said he does this shit all the time. He's just here to go wherever he go. I want to find a clip of the live part. This is not. See, look, the niggas raised 70. This nigga potentially could have had 74, almost $80,000 in his bank account for leaving his kids at McDonald's. When we start neglecting our kids and getting paid for it. I don't know what part of the game is this.
First of all, okay, if it was for him to, do the good job interview or whatever, I understand it. People don't have the nigga needs a job. Okay, he needs money. In order to have money, you need a job. Maybe from the first story. I thought it was at McDonald's too, but no, it wasn't.
What happened?
Apparently, the job interview was somewhere else.
I thought it was McDonald's too. It was. He have his kids at McDonald's
for a whole hour and a half. But they say that witnesses said they seen him walking back and forth. And he was supposed to drop the book bag off to, I think, the kid's mother's grandmother or some shit like that. But he still had the book bag when the baby's mother came. I don't know. But why they talking to them kids is what I want to know. Like, the story is just fishy. I felt bad for him in the beginning. And I don't know what to think now. It's always something else that comes out that, always trying to make a black man look bad. But
nah, that nigga, black men do look bad because they fucking do stupid shit. Antonio Brown said I know he did for a fact attend a job interview after leaving his kids, and I know that his family has been homeless since November. Still trying to work out the details on the timeline and story. We'll keep in touch with updates. If you don't want to wait, you have the option to refund your money or GoFundMe. We'll have a better plan when I update later. I do know people need help out there. I'm happy to help. I want to find the one that said when the kid said this nigga do this shit all the time. That's the one I'm looking for. What I'm trying to find that one.
I don't know. I heard somebody reading it. That's true, Leo. That is definitely true. All these sex traffickers and shit like that. But look, I don't. Sometimes people be stuck between a rock and a hard place. Cal said that nigga went down the alley. There's a crack house situation.
I love it. Leo, he beat you to the darkness. Leo,
how does that be a crack house?
Leo, he beat you to the darkness, Leo. He beat you.
He doesn't look like he's on crack. Or maybe he's messing with a crack house. I don't know. He looks like he needs a job.
That nigga need a retwist.
Right?
That nigga need a retwist.
Yeah, that's true, but he can't afford it. So he went to try to get a job.
Nigga, how you gonna sit your kids down with one Happy Meal with three kids and say, "I'll be right back"? Daddy,
that was not in the story.
Wait, let me read it.
He didn't give them any food.
Wait, neighbor, so it's about that Georgia daddy who left his 3 little kids at McDonald's while he went to the job interview. It said, it turns out he wasn't interviewing for no damn thing. Police said his story didn't add up, and security footage condemns it. He was not where he said he was. Meanwhile, his 6, 1, and 10-year-old was sitting at McDonald's like they were clocking in for shit. He should have been clocking in.
Why you always gotta make everything sound like a joke? Like
this 10-year-old even told cops, "You just mad because neighborhood block you. Come on, stop it." His 10-year-old even told cops that he does this all the time, and he was just dropping off a bag to their mom. A whole mess. What's crazy is that Antonio Brown came out of nowhere and raised over $80,000 for this man on a GoFundMe. We can only imagine the rants he'll go on once he learns the truth. Thoughts? Damn.
and Antonio Brown is being honest.
I want the truth.
He's saying, he knows some of the story, and he's getting down to the bottom of the timelines. And he said, if y'all want your refund, get your refund back, or y'all can wait for the
money back. It ain't like that.
So I mean, you have two options: wait or get your money back. I mean, for real, it is what it is.
Want your money back? It ain't like that.
We don't know what was the job. Don't know.
It wasn't no job. He didn't go to the job. The job was.
Man, Antonio Brown said that he know for a fact that he went on a job interview, and that also they was homeless. So don't be. Listen, the man is getting his information from somewhere. We don't fucking know.
Wait up, it's not you going hard for this nigga, but you ain't go hard for the lady that kid died in the cold. It's not you defending this guy. What's going on? This nigga ain't going no job interview.
First of all, because her story sounded fishy from the very beginning.
The kid say he does this all the time. Jobs on his
okay, this is after the fact. This is after the fact.
How you leave your 3 kids at McDonald's? That shit is just this is crazy.
It is. It's dangerous. Again, everybody has some sort of hardship. So
Snapchat.
The kids. It wasn't safe for the fucking kids. It wasn't. But the kids are okay.
Luckily they could have been kidnapped. But see, nobody wanted to kidnap black kids. Nobody kidnapped black kids, so he was safe. But anyway,
what?
No one wants it.
Many black kids are taken.
Please.
Many black kids.
Name one damn black fathers.
Well, that's what he said, Leo, in his statement.
Kids.
Antonio Brown said that in his statement.
How they homeless? You can't have 3 kids and be homeless. It's impossible.
Definitely not corporate. What the fuck are you saying?
Hold on. Dark? Is it dark? Is it dark? Is it dark?
You act like
the way I know it's not dark. Dark. Is it dark? Oh, wait up. He said his forehead not okay. It's getting dark.
What does that mean? You can have 3 kids and be homeless.
It's dark. You can't. The government, the system provides shelter for kids no matter what. He could be homeless, but them kids gonna go for it. They're gonna go in the system. If they don't got nowhere to go, they're gonna go in that system. They're gonna be provided 3 hots and a cot. That nigga might not, but they're gonna get a cot.
First of all, that's jail. That's jail.
Well,
second,
anywhere you go,
there are plenty of homeless children, Glam. There's plenty of homeless kids.
No, it's not. Every kid.
Yes, it is.
Well, what's your definition of homeless? Not having an address or just being in the street, sleeping on the floor?
Whatever anybody's definition of homeless is, on the fucking street, in the shelter, whatever you want to consider homeless, there's plenty of homeless children out in the street. It's not just adults. What do you think? I don't know where you got that from. Then that sounds crazy.
He is in the street.
You can't have 3 kids and be homeless. That's wild. It's like you don't get more money the more kids you have.
We'll have me sing Michael Jackson out here, man in the mirror. And then he claiming them kids. He wanted so you
make it if you can make it somewhere.
Home is where you make it.
Leo, yeah, like if you gotta be
in jail. What about jail?
I mean, I don't know if
you're home
locked up, then that's where he'll have to where he will call home, and then I guess the baby mother will.
How you make jail your home, Leo? You get your ass tossed.
But let's not say that there's no homeless kids out there because that's a lie.
I never seen a homeless kid.
You don't have to.
I seen a young kid out past his curfew. I don't know if he was homeless, but he was out late. But I never seen a homeless kid. I'm just saying me. I'm just saying. I don't know how that.
You live in the fucking sticks somewhere. You don't leave your house, and you probably don't even watch the news. So, won't you Google? There's many homeless children. Go by a homeless shelter. How about you do that? Won't you go drive by a homeless shelter?
If I go by a homeless shelter, they're not homeless.
Yes, they are.
If they're in a homeless shelter, they're not homeless. Homeless when you sleep in the street.
So what are they, Glam? So what are they?
They're in a homeless shelter. That's their address. Whatever the shelter address is, that's their address. That's where they live at.
So you think all those people are getting mail there? You think everybody there can get they get mail there?
That's not their permanent home.
How that works?
Temporary residency. They're not going to stay there for a little bit until they get their address and wherever. But they got a home. They live in the shelter. They just living amongst other people. They don't got an apartment. Like they just.
No, Kel said that's what happens when you move up to Westchester and right. Yeah, out of control, Kel.
I don't live in Westchester, so he's not talking.
And right, it's not their home. Sometimes he just be saying like some mind blowing things.
A house, a chair is not a chair. Luther come singing in your homeless shelter, nigga. Someone blowing you up, nigga. You owe somebody some money? Oh wait. Somebody calling bitches on the phone right now. I don't know what bitches doing. You owe somebody something?
You owe me some coochie.
That's 4 different people, so shut up. It's only one is a guy, and I don't owe him anything.
But dude, a shelter is a home. A shelter is a home, Cal. You smoking?
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's a temporary residency for.
If someone asks you where you going, I'm going to a shelter. I'm going home. I'm going to my shelter.
You will never hear somebody that's going to a shelter say, I'm going home. You will never hear that. They say, I'm going back to the shelter. I've never heard anyone that I've known.
I'm going to Google. What's the definition?
I've never heard them niggas say, I'm going home.
What's the definition of a home? Of a home.
Home is where you make it, but who the fuck is making
a home is a noun?
You don't have a dresser. You don't have a refrigerator. You don't have your own personal. You have a cot. You have a cot. Now there are family shelters where they are in buildings. Out here in New York, they have like some parts of a building. Like by my job, it's a residency, but some of the apartments go for people who just came out of a shelter, and they give them. But you don't like. Okay, you can call it what you want.
A home is, reading the definition, the place where one lives permanently, especially as a member of a family or a household. I was 19 when I left home and went to college. So if you live there permanently, it's a home.
Can't live in a shelter permanently.
Well, you're permanently there till you leave, so I'm permanently here right now. And the second definition is an institution for people needing professional care or supervision. Bang. Does that answer your question? Hello?
No, Kels, he's saying that people, when they live in a shelter, they say, I'm going home. I've never heard that before. People always, literally
I'm going to the shelter. If someone says I'm leaving, if someone's in the shelter, I'm going to the shelter. I'm going home. That's why
I've never heard nobody say that I'm going home when they're in the shelter. I'm sorry.
You ever spoke to someone that was lived in a shelter? That's probably
yes, I have. I know people that was in a shelter and with their children.
Okay. And they said they're going to the shelter?
And yes, no, I've never heard somebody say I'm going home.
Well, they're going home. They're going home. That's what the shelter's at home.
Cause we be here some of the times.
Nigga, you shelter cape.
Right. Look up. He's bugged out.
Now what? Now I'm gonna do. Now I'm gonna get a camera and I'm gonna go do an interview at a shelter and I'm gonna ask everybody, is this your home? And I want them to say yes.
No, I hope somebody fucking slaps the mic out your hand. That's wild.
Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Leo. I like when people show that I'm right.
I was talking over the second definition. I didn't even hear.
It was because I
don't care because the shelter's not a home. I don't care. I don't care what it says. It's not a home.
Thank you.
I've never heard somebody say, I'm going home and then go up into a dusty ass shelter. But
Lauren Clark.
So wherever if they were homeless, I don't know, maybe they was in their fucking car. Because you could be homeless and living with, going from couch to couch at your people's house. That's still being homeless.
No, I don't believe that. I think that's not.
Homeless is not having your own fucking place. If you're bouncing around from couch to couch or from shelter to shelter, you're homeless.
No, you're not homeless. You don't have an address, but you're not homeless. No one robs you in your home. What are you talking about?
Who said that?
Shut alive. Diddy's not guilty. We found proof. I just want to share with y'all. The proof.
You're right, Leo.
The proof is here. Diddy's not guilty. The proof is here. They found the text that clears Diddy of all these charges. Would you like to watch a little? It's short.
All of what charges?
The charges that the sex trafficking charges. Shout out to law and crime.
I do think that somebody is putting people up to saying certain things, so this way all these things get thrown out, and so that eventually the other shit gets thrown out because they feel like people are lying. That's really how I feel, because a lot of these allegations are ridiculous, and it's just so many coming out, and I believe that he's guilty of the majority, if not all, of the things that they're saying. It may not be with everybody, but I do believe it. But who am I? If I was on a jury, I definitely he would be guilty, but I'm not.
Who want to place a bet that Diddy going free? I'll put my money up on it. Let me know. DM me.
Deliberately hiding information and wants critical evidence tossed. It is all about those secret text messages from key witnesses and alleged victims. We're going to break it down for you right now. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. In the lead up to Sean Combs' criminal trial, we have some more accusations being leveled against the prosecution, the government, and more importantly, could the prosecution have evidence thrown out that it may really need to secure a conviction against Sean Combs? This is a big deal. There's a lot riding on this. So we're not only dealing with allegations that the prosecution isn't playing fair and that its warrants for evidence were tainted, but it goes to the central theme in this case, the central theme in the defense's case, to be more specific. The defense's argument that what Combs allegedly did wasn't a crime, that everything was consensual. And these people who are going to be testifying against him are fabricating their stories. Let me expand upon this. Let me explain this. So Sean Combs, as you know, is charged with 3 major federal crimes: racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. That he operated a criminal enterprise, that he induced women to engage in commercial sex acts for his own personal benefit, that he transported people across state lines to do all this. You know all this already. Again, very, very brief summary about the case. But I want to read you what the defense alleges in 2 new letters that they filed with the court. And what adds to the mystery of all this is there are parts that are completely redacted. And that's done to protect the names, the identities, the information of prospective witnesses and alleged victims. So let me go to this letter first from March 20th from Sean Combs' defense counsel to the judge, Judge Arun Subramanian. And it reads, quote, "Dear Judge Subramanian, Mr. Combs respectfully submits this letter to supplement his motion to suppress evidence and to alert this court to a recent disclosure by the government. One portion of Mr. Combs' motion focused on," and then it's all redacted, "the government had claimed in its warrant applications that," redacted, "the actual text messages between the two, however," redacted. Now, you're going to be correctly saying, what is he talking about? What am I supposed to be taking away from all that? Everything's redacted, right? Okay. So look, Sean Combs seems to be referring to, and this is based on a prior filing that he references in this letter, when the government's search warrants reportedly relied on information about unnamed Assistant 1. And while we don't know what that information is about, and we don't know who Assistant 1 is, Combs previously made the argument that the warrant applications failed to disclose something. And that's very key because, again, if the warrants are tainted, then information, then evidence may be suppressed. It might not come into trial. So let me lay out the legal standard as presented by Sean Combs' defense team. And that is that under the 4th Amendment, you have a protection against unreasonable searches and seizures from the government, and that a warrant can only be issued if there is a showing of probable cause that a crime has been committed. And according to Sean Combs' defense counsel, the only way a judge can know if true probable cause exists and to do that analysis is if the government provides an accurate and complete statement. And if a statement of probable cause in applying for a warrant contains materially false or misleading information, then the warrant's invalid. And any evidence that is obtained as a result of that warrant is defective. That means it's suppressed, meaning that evidence can't come into trial. The jury will not see it. So that's the argument. And by the way, we are talking about a lot of warrants in this case, okay? We're talking about
So the feds wasted their time?
It look like it. If it sticks, it look like it.
I mean, since when do the feds act in this manner, and since when can shit just be like?
This
I
one,
don't know. It's very weird.
this one was rushed. I don't think they put they dotted their T's and crossed their T's and dotted. I don't think it was ready. I think they just jumped the gun. I think this is what I'm saying. This is
Residences, his electronic devices, his person. So this could be key evidence. Now, Combs has previously argued that the applications for these warrants were misleading, particularly about alleged obstruction of justice on Sean Combs' part, and that the government cherry-picked statements to fit a certain narrative or to fit a certain argument that they were trying to make. And when Combs mentions his previous motion to suppress evidence, he argues that the warrants were unconstitutionally overbroad, and B, maybe more importantly, he makes the argument that the government deliberately hid exculpatory evidence, meaning evidence tending to show Combs didn't commit this crime. For instance, Combs argues the government hid evidence in the applications regarding the credibility of witnesses. And as you'll see, he'll make the argument this is something the judge should have seen. Hey, everybody, this is a law and crime legal alert. Did you know that liver disease, the freak-offs, undermine the allegations? Now, the information is all blacked out. It's redacted, so we don't know what was said or presented, but we get the main idea of their argument here. And Combs had also argued that the government didn't disclose in its warrant applications exculpatory information regarding victim one's consent and financial motive. That is their interpretation of it. Now, we believe victim one to be Cassandra Cassie Ventura, who initially filed her lawsuit against Sean Combs back in November of 2023 that sparked the plethora of lawsuits that Sean Combs now faces. And of course, this all led to his criminal charges. And we believe that she's victim one, and we believe she will be a key witness at this upcoming criminal trial. But they write, quote, the core allegation in the warrant applications, and indeed the government's entire case, is that Combs forced victim one to participate in FOs, freak-offs. In its March warrant applications to search the residences, it stated, redacted, this statement was based on the investigator's interview with victim one, which took place 5 years after the events. But the government unaccountably failed to inform the magistrate, meaning the judge, redacted, both of which severely undermined its account. So again, trying to go to this idea that there's more to victim one's story. Combs further argued they are important evidence. They show the context of the relationship. And they also, redacted, they are, quote, the kind of thing that any magistrate judge would wish to know when reviewing a warrant application in a sex trafficking case. Yet the warrant applications contain not even a hint of them. They didn't even inform the magistrate judge that this evidence existed. And as Combs explained, while investigators need not present a magistrate with every bit of evidence they have discovered, they must nonetheless include a reasonably even-handed account, and they cannot omit critical exculpatory facts that might undermine a finding of probable cause. Okay, so I say all this to go back now to the March 20th letter filed by Sean Combs' defense counsel, which we're talking about. So in this letter, Combs' defense continues and criticizes the prosecution's explanation for why it apparently claimed one thing in the warrant applications, but then the sealed, redacted text messages say another. Quote, in its opposition to the motion to suppress, the government claimed ignorance. It argued that the government did not have this full thread until months after the challenge warrants were issued, which they claimed was dispositive to the argument. Actually, in the government's filing, interestingly, they argue that if all of this was included, it would actually help their case. It would hurt Sean Combs. They write, the inclusion of the full set of messages would have only strengthened the obstruction case against the defendant and his co-conspirators, and therefore cannot be material to the finding of probable cause. And they make other arguments, too, that it's allowed under the law to omit certain details or information. Maybe we'll get to that in a little bit. But anyway, going back to Combs' current letter, his defense counsel writes, on March 17th, 2025, however, the government produced discovery from redacted, which included multiple screenshots, including fuller context of the messages. The government sent the defense correspondence in which it revealed that it had these screenshots back in February 2024, which, by the way, is before the raids on Combs' houses in LA and Miami, and months before his arrest and indictment. Combs continues, the government explained, quote, we recently realized that the screenshots had not been part of one of our prior Rule 16 productions to you and promptly produced it to you. We apologize for this oversight. Note that the content in the screenshots was otherwise provided to you in warrant affidavits and redacted phone. And Combs argues the fact that the government received screenshots demonstrates that the government was in contact with redacted, this unnamed person, and could have obtained whatever additional context was required. And given that investigators had requested and received these specific screenshots from redacted, it is utterly implausible that the warrant affiant himself, the lead investigator on the case, had not seen them. The full context should have been included. Instead, the government plucked a few bits out of context and included those in its warrant applications. In other words, you had the full picture, and you should have presented it to the judge so the judge could then properly decide if there was sufficient probable cause for a warrant. And again, this is all in further support of Sean Combs' motion to suppress, which would be a big thing for Sean Combs' case leading up to trial, because although we don't know exactly what was found pursuant to these search warrants, I mean, it seems like potentially digital evidence like text messages, videos, hey, maybe even the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, maybe the guns that were found as well or allegedly found. So to potentially have all of that tossed from the trial would be a major, major win for the defense. But that is not the only letter the defense filed. No, now let's talk about the letter that they filed on March 26th. Quote, "Dear Judge Subramanian, Mr. Combs respectfully submits this additional letter to supplement his motion to suppress evidence and to alert this court to additional recent disclosures by the government. Mr. Combs apologizes for the serial filings, but these additional recent disclosures contradict the government's assertions in its opposition to his motion to suppress. Mr. Combs' motion noted that several of the alleged victims and other witnesses had pursued civil claims against him and thus had motives to exaggerate or fabricate. Although the government has an obligation to reveal information going to the credibility of informants, the government's warrant applications redacted." So we don't know what Combs is claiming the warrant application was missing, but it is interesting hearing this argument because we have always wondered, and we still wonder, what is the overlap between all of the civil cases that Sean Combs is facing and the criminal case? Who's going to testify as either an alleged victim or witness? Or at the very least, was there something from someone connected to a civil case? Some piece of information that the government used in these applications to gather evidence in the criminal case? And it's interesting because Sean Combs has always been adamant that he's innocent of all of these allegations, both in the criminal and civil context. But when it comes to the civil context, he's also made the argument that these people are coming out of the woodwork for a payday, that they're all ganging up against him, that they're all jumping on the bandwagon. Now, going back to the letter, it says, quote, "In its opposition to the motion to suppress, the government again claimed ignorance. It argued that Combs had not made any showing that the affiant was aware of many of the alleged omitted financial motives. More specifically, the government asserted it was not aware of redacted. The government similarly stated that they were not aware of redacted." Again, don't know who this person or persons are.
Say blank.
As such, any omission of this information clearly cannot satisfy the intent prong of the analysis. So intent meaning that in order to get evidence suppressed, you have to show that the material information not included in the search warrant applications was omitted because of a subjective intent to mislead the court or even reckless disregard for the truth. But Combs continues, "Once again, recently disclosed evidence contradicts these assertions. In early March 2024, prior to the warrants on Mr. Combs' person and homes, redacted. Prior to seeking the challenge warrants, the government was thus clearly aware of redacted. The government's representation to the contrary in its opposition is flatly and demonstrably false." It's a big thing to basically accuse the federal authorities of being dishonest with the court. And then Combs addresses something called 3,500 material, basically statements from government witnesses who are going to be called to testify at a trial. The letter reads, "The government also recently disclosed additional 3,500 material demonstrating that government agents, including the warrant affiant himself, were in regular communication with both redacted and her attorney, and that it had a copy of redacted. Finally, recent evidence also demonstrates that the government knew victim 4 was redacted." Now, victim 4, again, we don't know who this person is, but this is somebody that Combs' defense team referenced in its prior filing in support of suppressing evidence, writing, "The warrant applications included allegations that victim 4 redacted. The government made no effort to corroborate victim 4's claims. If it had conducted a reasonably competent investigation, it would have obtained evidence contradicting her account. So again, government, you didn't include what you needed to about victim 4. Now, finally, Combs wraps up this March 26th letter, writing, in adjudicating Mr. Combs' motion to suppress, this court must determine whether the warrant applications were intentionally and materially misleading. The Franks inquiry is not limited to the affiant's knowledge alone, and instead is shaped by what the investigative team knew under the collective knowledge doctrine. The warrant applications were obviously reviewed and approved, if not drafted, by the prosecutors, and anything they were aware of is attributed to the government for purposes of Franks. It is troubling enough that the government's opposition to Mr. Combs' motion was itself intentionally and materially misleading. Now, by the way, a Franks hearing is about a court determining whether and to what extent a member of law enforcement provided false or misleading information that was necessary or material in applying for a search warrant, and whether the search warrant is invalid, and again, whether evidence will be suppressed. So basically, it's everything that we've talked about so far. Also, by the way, the collective knowledge doctrine, that's when you have investigators working together as a team, and the knowledge of one officer can be imputed to another as a whole. So they all have a collective knowledge about something. And by the way, the government has previously opposed a Franks hearing in this case. They wrote in a previous filing, quote, the Franks standard is a high one. To obtain a Franks hearing, a defendant must make a substantial preliminary showing that a deliberate falsehood or statement made with reckless disregard for the truth was included in the warrant affidavit, and the statement was necessary to the judge's finding of probable cause. This burden is a heavy one, and such hearings are rare. The law recognizes that while an officer may not disregard plainly exculpatory evidence, an affiant is not required to include all potentially exculpatory information in seeking the search warrant. The defendant fails to demonstrate that there were intentional misstatements or omissions in the affidavits, and that those misstatements or omissions were material. To the contrary, the defendant relies on rank, unsupported assumptions about the government's access to and knowledge of facts at particular points in time during its long-term investigation of the defendant's crimes. Moreover, and fatal to his motion, the defendant makes no attempt to show that the affiant acted with the subjective intent to mislead the issuing magistrate judges or with reckless disregard for the truth. So, no ruling yet from Judge Arun Subramanian at the time of this recording on this very specific issue, with a lot riding on it, but of course, we will keep an eye on what happens next. That's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar. Everybody, thank you so much for joining us, and as always, please subscribe on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you should get your podcasts. I'm Jesse Weber. Speak to you next time.
Theo said, that I'm not reading that first part because he's not. He said they tried to put his Batism on trial. Then he said that Puff was a one-man RICO case for a freak off.
Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty.
Benny, we will play your song and share it.
Red Alive. We're going to play a CO track at 10 o'clock. We're going to run it back because we down like that.
And we have new music on the 8th. Are we here on the 8th? If we're here on the 8th, we have new music.
Shout out to Granny. She's going to bust it down. She's going to bust a rap on us.
CO said Diddy gonna come home on one, and a nigga beat Cassie up on the tape and dragged her totally up to that part. I don't even think that she's looking for. I think she likes how it was playing out, but I don't even think that she cares for just. She got the fucking money. I don't think she give a fuck about jail time for him. She probably not.
Don't give a fuck. I'm on an island right now drinking a colada.
You said what? He is guilty, Granny, right?
Not guilty.
You say he's where? He's in jail drinking a penis colada?
No, I said Cassie's on the island. You spending that fucking bread. She's probably sleeping in a bag of money every day.
She's actually pregnant right now.
She just had a baby, didn't she?
No, she's pregnant.
Oh, she is?
Mm-hmm. They're having a boy.
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. But she's drinking the pina colada. He's drinking a penis colada. And
not guilty.
And the world still goes round.
Listen, she's like, Cassie, I thought you like bad boys, so you dating. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna chill.
No, she was stuck with a bad boy.
Bad boy.
Yeah.
Listen, I thought that's what he said.
Bad boy.
That's a new slang alert. Penis colada. That's a new shit. Y'all ladies be sipping on that shit.
Yeah, like how Beyonce used to be drinking watermelon. Penis colada. The same thing.
What?
Yeah, drinking watermelon.
Damn.
I know what that means, right? Y'all knew what that means, right?
You're wildin'.
That's what that meant. That's what that means. She's sucking dick. I've been drinking.
What?
That's what that means.
Wait. Speaking of bad boys, hold on.
Bad boy. Come out and play. You know we had to do a remix, right?
That nigga said, "Fuck y'all, I'm going independent."
But no, I don't. He was on Jones' show, and he said that he's running as a Democrat.
No, you better read that. He said he ran as an independent.
I want the truth.
I'm not reading anything. I heard it come out of his mouth.
I got him his shoulder. Let me hit up.
I heard it come out of his mouth.
Let me hit her up real quick.
Yeah, he said that he is running as a Democrat. So.
You sure he was on her show?
Yes.
Hold on a second. I gotta get. She got older T. So
and I actually think that he was there in person this time because he would usually call every Wednesday, and then she broke up with him and got with somebody else, and then had Jemani calling in, but then now she's back with Eric Adams. So now he's back to calling in and coming up. So shout out to Jones.
Adams getting some of that Jonesy juice,
and then she's also having, she's also falling in love with the Cuomo brother, with Chris.
I don't like that, Jones. You better keep it black, baby.
It's a lot going on.
That Italian penis now. That Italian, them Italian niggas don't pack like us. We pack. They don't pack. They just got.
Yeah, I don't think she's in it for the dick. Sorry.
Oh shit! Hold on.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Just a little friendly. That's my man.
So this is fake news? You saying this is fake news?
I'm saying what I heard him say on Jones' show. So I mean, I don't know.
He's running as a what?
He said he's running as a Democrat.
Well, don't say that here.
That wouldn't be. I'm not gonna say it wouldn't be smart. Because I do think that people need to start running independent more, but I'm not seeing him run independent. So, yeah.
All my ladies, all my fellas on independent. That nigga said, no, you know what happened? Trump said, nigga, you can't be a Democrat. If you don't want to be a Republican, you're going to be independent, nigga. He said, I'm going to be independent. Now, you know what that means? That means that he ain't for the left, he ain't for the right. He who got that bag tonight.
I want the truth.
That's what him, yes. That's not how all independent people think.
Well, he been brought.
But him, particularly, yes. Yeah. It's where the bag. He's gonna go to the bag.
that nigga's soul is gone. He will be at the white cookouts.
The soul was gone when a nigga went on TV and said Negroes.
I want the truth.
Followed it up with, "Are you stupid?"
I want the truth.
He said
because that's not even the saying. First of all, it's "Are you dumb?"
I want the truth.
We already know that he's a bit whitewashed.
I want the truth.
He said he had he said he had a shorty.
I want the truth.
He has what?
May Adams told the people, the people in New York. He said he had a shorty uptown one time. I don't know what happened after that.
Like I said, I seen this man.
Was you that shorty, Jonesy? Was you that shorty?
It's not Jonesy.
Who was that shorty?
Is it a female?
Drinking 40?
Was it a female?
And getting naughty? What the fuck? The fuck?
I'm just saying. I've been around that man many times, and he's never tried to talk to me.
So a man automatically supposed to talk to you because you're around? You're attractive, but that doesn't mean every man has to talk to you.
Okay.
Were your breasts out?
No, because I see him at galas I usually see him places where we have to be dressed up. So
but then you can't expect a nigga to holler if you ain't got your thong on and your breasts out. You gotta have your breasts out and your thong on.
I don't have to have my breast out.
Well, if you want a man to holler at you, we don't holler at women with clothes on.
That's wild.
The calling card is the no ass.
That's wild.
Why you
But
think
there's just something about him that gives me.
Why you think they made a song? Look at them girls with the Daisy Dukes.
Bended wrist, not bended knee.
Oh shit.
I mean, I'm not voting for him. I'm not voting for him.
I can't vote for him. It don't matter to me. You can't vote for him either.
Yes, I can.
You live in Jersey. You live in Brooklyn or Jersey?
Don't worry about it. Now, all my important things go to New York. I am still a registered voter in New York.
I want the truth.
What did you say, Green? I got this one. It's fucking hot as fuck in my house.
She's fully covered. Exactly, Granny. Like what? Nobody. I mean, we don't. Well, a lot of women don't dress.
Granny, you know, Granny, how you walk though? What's your walk game like? What's your walk game? It's about your walk game then. Your walk game must be crazy.
You know, we don't dress the way we dress for men. A lot of us. So you know, so we can be comfortable and still get hollered at with clothes on because we don't have to dress like that for men. So when we do dress that way, it's for ourselves. I mean, I'm not putting on no outfit.
Dresses for themselves. Let's stop it.
Yes, we do. I'm not putting shit on and say, "Oh my gosh, let me see who's gonna try to talk to me tonight." Let me put this skirt on. Like, no,
you should do.
No. We have freakum dresses, but that's not.
We're gonna talk about this tomorrow, Kel. We're gonna talk about this tomorrow. Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
What you go out dressing? Then why don't y'all put on anything? Then they look bummy. Why don't y'all dress bummy?
And we will still get talked to.
No, y'all won't. No, y'all won't.
Yes, we will.
Y'all won't.
Yes, we will.
Y'all won't.
Yes, we will. Sorry,
y'all.
If men try to talk to us while we're pregnant with somebody else's baby,
that's
you think that they're not trying to talk to us with clothes on?
He don't know you're pregnant. He just think you're big. You're big boned. Like,
that's what. No, I don't think so. Okay, because most pregnant bellies don't look like big people. There's a shape to them.
Nigga want some of that water. He want to break your water.
That's disgusting.
I want the truth. I want the truth.
Sachet.
You want to get you pregnant, really?
Lingerie, something.
He want to make sure the kid is. He want to make sure the kid is stuffed in there, nice and tight.
That's disgusting.
You said it.
Right, like people we get talked to all the time with clothes on.
Well, yeah. Then stop putting perfume on. Y'all want to smell? Y'all want to smell good in these streets?
Okay, so you went from clothes to perfume. Why do we have to stop putting perfume on?
Smelling good, and y'all leading men on. Y'all making men want to talk to y'all. Y'all put deodorant on. Y'all putting perfume. Y'all don't need perfume on. Just put deodorant.
We have deodorant on. What do you mean?
You don't need perfume and deodorant. Put one or the other. Don't put deodorant on.
We're women, and we don't need it, but we do like smell good. We like smell goods.
You don't need to smell good.
You're bugged out. I don't know. You want us out there ugly and stink.
No, I just need y'all to relax.
I want the truth.
Like, y'all would talk to anything. So.
Oh, so now you say we talk to anything. So y'all.
Yeah, y'all do. I'm not saying that we're Granny and I are anything. I'm not saying a lot of women are anything, not just anything. But y'all do. If y'all would try to talk to, if men, not y'all, but if men try to talk to, again, women that are pregnant, that's not their baby. Men try to talk to anything.
Why do they talk to women with babies? Just you got a baby in your stomach. I mean your vagina closed. Shit.
I mean, listen. A lot of people think that there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not seeing a lot of black guys as did because the black men. It was black men that was trying to talk to me while I was pregnant, but I would have got my head taken off.
I want the truth.
So I don't know, but yeah, Granny, men don't care. They're disgusting.
Granny, men don't give up.
Yeah, they are.
They're not. We're real, Granny. We're real. We're animals. We're alpha males.
Oh, right, animals.
You got a baby in your stomach. I want to raise them tonight. I'm gonna put them in it. Put my penis in there and raise them.
That's disgusting.
I want the truth.
Back to Eric Adams. He's not gonna win. He's not. First of all, even if the people don't vote for Cuomo, there's a black lady.
Cuomo? Who's winning? That lady running for mayor? Who that?
I don't know what her name is, but
I interviewed the lady that's running for mayor. She didn't win though.
Uh-huh.
I interviewed the lady that she ran for mayor, but she didn't win.
For New York? Not Maya. Who?
Nah, you don't know. Her name's Jocelyn. Shout out to her. I'll make her back on the show.
Oh, okay. I wish Maya Wiley was running.
Maya Wiley, she ran and she ain't been put a dent. Nobody wants her.
Okay, but listen. We don't know about this time around.
What has she done? She hasn't been put a. What is she known for? Nobody even knows her. She's not even an influencer. She's not even a.
What do you mean nobody knows her? You know her name, right?
I know her name because she ran for mayor, but she ain't doing
right.
it.
So, but you never watch. You don't watch her on. I don't know if she's on CNN or MSNBC, but you don't watch her on there.
That makes her mayor. That makes her mayor.
Almost a fucking apprentice. That makes him a good candidate to be a president.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Grab on the pussy.
I want the truth.
What? Do you know how many people from Fox News are in this cabinet right now?
Better say grab him in the dick.
I want the truth.
I don't know.
No, that doesn't mean. Listen, that has nothing to do with that.
Listen, I gotta pay. We're gonna run this. I promise you, 10 o'clock hour. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna run the song back. CO's artist. We're gonna play it, and then we're gonna get into some.
And I'm gonna tell you the lady's name.
All right.
When we come back.
We'll look it up while we come back. Super Dope Podcast.
Hijo de la chingada, eres un tóxico. Ya no te amo, vete por favor. Don't go, papi, please. Let's talk.
It's too much for me. Every now and then I wanna let go, but I guess this the way that love should feel. Yeah, I swore I see no red flags, get my eyes closed. Things might get toxic. Angel disguised as the devil. That ironic. Had the choice to go, but girl, I'd rather stay. So you get on my nerves, my last nerve. She's bad for me, but she's still mine. Just to feel the rush, just to feel the poison, poison to me. Feels so good, she's dangerous, but I like this toxic love. I'll take it to the cake, I pulling me in.
Hijo de la chingada, eres un tóxico. Ya no te amo, vete por favor. Don't go, papi, please. Let's talk.
It's too much for me. Every now and then I wanna let go, but I guess this the way that love should feel. Yeah, I swore I see no red flags, get my eyes closed. Things might get toxic. Angel disguised as the devil. That ironic. Had the choice to go, but girl, I'd rather stay. So you get on my nerves, my last nerve. She's mad for me, but she's still mine. Just to feel the rush, just to be poison to me. Feels so good, she's dangerous, but I like this toxic love. I'll take it to the cake, pulling me in, magnet. How can I leave? Just a masterpiece, little mischief, low-key crazy, but she can't hide it. Angel disguised as the devil. That ironic. Had the choice to go, but girl, I'd rather stay. Try to think I'm crazy, but keep loving my baby. Even though she's bad for me, but she's still mine. Just to feel the rush, just to be that girl is poison, poison. So good, she's dangerous. Yeah, but she's still mine. I don't care what they think, but she's still mine. We can get crazy, but she's mine. Say what what you want, she's still my baby. Yeah, she's mine. We don't care what they think, 'cause she's mine. We can go get crazy. Angel disguised as the devil. Oh, no, that ironic. I had the choice to go, but girl, I'd rather stay. Try to think I'm crazy for keep loving my baby. Even though she's bad for me, but she's still mine. Just to feel the rush, yeah, just to be that girl is poison to me. Feels so good, she's dangerous. Yeah, but she's still mine. I don't care what they think, she's still mine. We get crazy, but she's mine. Say what you want, she's still my baby.
Poison, baby. Don't trust a big butt in the smile. The girl is poison, baby.
That's dope, CO.
So that shit's lit. I like
Yeah,
it.
that.
I like it.
You played that from YouTube, so they can get their streams.
No, I downloaded it.
But you gotta play it from YouTube so they can get the streams.
Okay, I'll download. What? It's on YouTube. If it's on YouTube, I'll play it tomorrow on YouTube. It's all good.
Is it on YouTube, CO? I thought that's what you be doing, playing the people music from giving them streams.
So Mr. Nah, we got a response back from Jonesy. Okay, she said we asked, was he running? What did you say? He's running was what?
I thought that he was running. I heard him say he was staying Democrat, but also on here it said in the New York Times it says independent.
I said, Joe, we're live right now. Is Adams running independent? She said, yes, that lying ass bastard.
Oh yeah, see, right, because he did. He said that he was running. He was going to be mm-hmm. Yeah, but now, New York Times. New York Times said that they have him as an independent with Jim Walden. Only one Republican is running. But the woman is Adrienne Adams. So it's 12 of them running. It's going to be some mess in New York. But I think that Cuomo is in the lead and Kerrick Adams is still a seed.
I want the truth.
He's not.
Adams, you about to get erased, nigga. I'm sorry. You're not going to be Cuomo. You're not.
No, he has to just go back to the clergy.
I want the truth.
That's the only people that will have him. And you know how fidgety and flip-floppy the church is. If you can't donate and do certain whatever you're doing for them, are they going to want you?
Close the door. Close the door. Close the door. Close the door.
I said close the door.
I said close the door. $20, man. $20. You ain't got $20? Close the door.
That's what he's going to have to do. He's going to have to go and turn into Pastor Adams. Ask people if they ever been swallowed. Close the door.
The truth.
Yeah, I don't like the way you do New York, and I really don't like the way you do in Jonesy. But
Jonesy, what?
You do what you do. Do what the fuck you do.
Adams, you independent now, nigga?
You can tell that he's like trying to please Trump.
How you go independent, but the Democrat just voted for you? So it's like, I know you're trying to make that case not come back. I get it
because he feel it can't come back. It can't come back.
Come back. Get rid of it. I'm good.
Yeah, but he knows that Democrats aren't going to vote for him, and he's not gonna because they will chew his ass up if he goes and to the Republican side. So the safest place for him to be
in the middle,
right, is independent, and Trump is probably okay with that. Yeah, Trump is probably okay with him running independent because Trump probably already know he's not going to win. Yeah. So, I mean, he's probably banking on him to win so he could fucking take over New York. But it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
Yeah, it's not. And it sucks that a black person will suck Trump off before a fucking white person.
Well, he had to say, he went to jail.
then he shouldn't have did what he did. And again, if he wasn't taking money from us, I don't give a fuck.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't give a fuck.
Go wherever you want to go, but don't throw New York under the bus. Don't throw us under the bus because you don't want to fucking go to jail or whatever. They wasn't gonna put that nigga in jail anyway.
We don't know how that would have turned out.
They want to put that nigga in jail. The closest we gonna see the like high standing black people going to jail is R. Kelly and Puffy.
Oh shit.
That's it.
What are the groceries?
Apparently that's he's never heard of them.
Old-fashioned term that we use, groceries. I used it on the campaign. It's such an old-fashioned term, but a beautiful term, groceries. It sort of says a bag with different things in it. Groceries went through the roof, and I campaigned on that. I talked about the word groceries for a lot, but likewise an old-fashioned term that we use, groceries. I used it on the campaign. It's such an old-fashioned term, but a beautiful term, groceries. It sort of says a bag with different things in it.
I mean, that is the definition of groceries, though, isn't it?
I'm not understanding why this is a topic, though.
I don't know. He was.
I mean, like he's making history with saying that groceries is a bag with different things in it, which is not true.
Groceries not. Yes, it is a bag of things.
No, it's not. Because I can have a bag with clothes in it. I can have a bag with different items: a doll baby, a pillow, maybe an apple, and a T-shirt. That's not groceries. It's just a bag with different things in it, like he said.
Mm.
But to highlight that is crazy to me for them to clap about that.
Good point.
I want the truth.
It's weird. This is who's running the country.
Good point. Maryland, you want to read that?
Can't see it. Trouble. A Maryland father was wrongfully deported to an El Salvador prison by the Trump administration, despite having a protected immigration status. His wife found out through photos. The White House doubled down on him being a criminal, though he has no record. Before I waste my prayers, who did they vote for?
We'll find out.
Even though, listen to this, he had been given protected immigration status by a judge back in 2019. Now, the White House claims he is a dangerous criminal, but they have provided no evidence of that. His wife told our Camilo Montoyo Galvez he was just trying to follow the rules.
What a tongue twister.
I waited and waited. He never made that call.
Jennifer says when her husband, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, was detained and mistakenly deported by immigration authorities in March, he told her he could be sent to Secot, the notorious Salvadorian prison.
I was scared. I was very scared.
Why?
Because I've seen news of that prison, and I knew they take criminals there, and my husband's not a criminal.
Abrego Garcia was granted legal status protecting him from deportation back to El Salvador in 2019 because of safety concerns in his home country. Jennifer says he continued to check in with immigration officials until he was stopped by ICE on March 12 in Maryland. Just days later, Jennifer saw this photo of Abrego Garcia inside Secot.
When I saw it, I immediately broke down because I knew it was him.
What was your biggest fear when you identified him?
I was scared for his life.
In court documents filed Monday, the government said although ICE was aware of his protection from removal, Abrego Garcia was removed to El Salvador because of an administrative error. Now that he's out of the country, officials say they have no jurisdiction to bring him back.
The error that you are referring to was a clerical error. It was an administrative error.
The Trump administration acknowledged the mistake, but defended Abrego Garcia's deportation.
He is a leader in the brutal MS-13 gang, and he is involved in human trafficking.
The White House did not detail any evidence that proves those allegations.
That was the clerical error.
Jennifer says her husband is not a gang member, but instead just a proud father of their 5-year-old son with disabilities.
He's not a criminal. My husband is an amazing person, an amazing father.
Court documents indicate that Abrego Garcia entered the U.S. illegally back in 2011 and that he had some traffic violations here. But they also show he had no criminal record in the U.S. and that in 2019, that order from that immigration judge that should have blocked his deportation to El Salvador was based on concerns that he could be persecuted by gangs there. Jennifer told us that is now her biggest concern.
Camilla, it's an incredible interview, and this is a very complicated story and a sad one. The government is very adamant that, but in their estimation, this is a dangerous criminal who deserves to be deported. Do you have any reporting on what that determination is based on? I know we haven't seen the evidence, and also the what now. Okay, so he's there in El Salvador. It was an error based on his protected status. What's the prospect of him coming back to America?
Sure, Tony. So we know that according to the administration, this man is being accused of being a gang member in El Salvador and also of participating in human trafficking. The gang member accusation is based, according to officials, on testimony from a credible informant, but his lawyers dispute that accusation, saying that it is based on hearsay. And the government has not provided any evidence as it relates to the human trafficking accusation. As it relates to the question of how he can contest, Tony, this accusation in that Salvadoran prison, we don't know that there is actually a mechanism to do that. And the U.S. government's position now is that because he's in Salvadoran custody and no longer in American immigration custody, the Trump administration and the U.S. government does not have any jurisdiction to bring him back.
It doesn't sound like there's anybody that can help her, Camilla.
Was it a fucking clerical error, or is he a gang member in El Salvador living here? Or is he a trafficker? Which one is it? Because how can you be a gang member in El Salvador but living here?
I want the truth!
And then if it was a clerical error, that means that the man didn't do anything.
They don't want him back. He's staying over there.
It's not that they don't want him back. They don't want them here, period. But it's mind-blowing how they getting away with this shit. Like, she's up there fucking just lying. Like, now y'all just making things up. Y'all just gonna just throw gang members on people just because y'all think that nobody's gonna question y'all, and because y'all don't take those kind of questions. And when people ask them, they're overlooked because it's always some other bullshit that comes out. But that's foul that that El Salvador wouldn't let these people, let them fucking go.
Yeah.
Let them go. That should be, if America doesn't have jurisdiction, they need to do what's right and let the innocent people go.
They're getting paid for these people, so they're not letting them go. They're getting money from the government. They're paying them per prisoner, so they got more, to gain.
Are they?
Yeah, they are. It's pretty cool. You think they're shipping them over to El Salvador for free? These niggas are getting.
What do you mean? You deport people and you get the money that.
Yeah, you get a bag a person.
Yeah, my son's father was deported. He wasn't deported for fucking money.
But that was in Trump. Was Trump in? Was he a president? Exactly.
Oh, I guess. And you know what's so crazy? If he wasn't deported before, his ass would have been deported now.
I want the truth! I want the truth!
And if he don't send me $2,500 motherfucking dollars in USD,
what happened to her?
I'm gonna fucking call ICE on his family that's here.
I think they cut her head off. I think she's dead somewhere.
$2,500 USD.
For her head on the platter.
No. Well, his family's head's gonna be on the platter. My son's father.
You want the Trump card?
No.
It's right there. That's the Trump card. You don't want it?
I see it with his big ass ugly face. Nobody wants that.
I want the truth.
Nobody wants that. A $5 million card with this man's face on it. These people are fucking glazers. Like, they humming all on his balls.
What?
People bought that. They said that that people already started buying them shits. Nice.
I mean,
that money is going into his pocket. That's not going towards anything else.
Pocket?
I think everything that he's doing is he's trying to have it go towards his pocket. I still think that he's very broke. I believe that he's still broke. I think that he's running off of fumes and favors.
Trump's a billionaire.
I don't think so. Again, fumes and favors.
I heard Trump was a billionaire. I mean, I could be wrong.
Huh?
I heard Trump was a billionaire. I could be wrong.
Right. He was a billionaire, but he needed help and nobody could help him.
I want the truth.
Jared didn't even help him.
Who?
His son-in-law.
Oh.
The one that's planning on redoing Gaza.
Fuck Jared. Only Jared I know is Subway.
Yes, that's the only Jared that we acknowledge. I don't even eat Subway.
How much time that nigga got left? How long he been in jail for?
Who?
Jared.
Jared is in jail, isn't he?
Yeah, how long? Yeah, what you doing? He's free? Nigga watching pornography.
No, I forgot. That was years ago.
Shit. Guess what?
He's home?
No. I'm gonna show you something real quick.
Free Luigi?
No.
No. Is Tory home?
No, not Tory. Hold on a second. I'm gonna pull this up right now. Hold on a second.
Don't say Puffy.
Nah, not no. Puffy.
Jay-Z's in jail?
Jay-Z, he's out of here. Jay-Z, no, Jay-Z, not what? Jay-Z? What are you talking about, Jay-Z?
You just say he was out of here. What was happening?
He's out of here. He's on the island with Beyonce right now. Accent. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready?
I have no choice.
She's back. She's back. Yes, you asked for her. She's back. She's back.
She's back home, and she's back in New York.
Spotted NYC. Look, with the smell, huh?
Let me. That's good.
My feet tickling because I've been saying for so long.
Yeah, let her know.
Oh, your nose feeling good? Okay.
Thank you. Hey. Move over, John. Yeah. Get the grill. Get the grill face. She got the Dubai gold in her mouth.
Which race would you not date?
Asians.
Stop and breathe, darling, please. Punjabi queen. So what can means 2 cups in my hand, 2.
Hey, I'm gonna start doing
unless y'all giving me land and 2,000 or more
USD
every week. You hear me?
Yeah.
I'm getting my Pakistani passport and Pakistani ID. I'm getting it. Do y'all agree?
Yeah.
Mind your business. What? Talk.
The truth.
I'm getting one. Do you have one? Oh, you do? Okay, good. I'm talking unless y'all.
Hey. Move over, John. Yeah. Get the grill. Get the grill face. That's good. What's the caption say? What does the caption say?
The caption?
Yeah.
I don't know. There's no caption there.
What did they write?
Neighbors, Onika Johnson has been spotted in NYC after mysteriously vanishing from the commute back to the U.S. So she home. Oh, everybody posting it.
Randy, you know what else is costing us millions? This man, he's at a golf tournament.
Who?
That's costing us millions to already more than $26 million since he's been in fucking office.
Who, Trump?
Yeah. He the nigga's at a tournament right now.
I want the truth.
His own golf resort, whatever you call them shits. Like, he's just doing whatever he wants, personal, like anything.
Damn, Charles Trump, the president.
Exactly. They've been lying, and they are taking citizens.
What?
That's not the first. That's not the first person that they deported by mistake. That's not the first person.
How you know it's not a mistake?
I'm trying to, like, that's what they said. It was a clerical error. That's what they're saying, that these people are being deported by mistake. That's what they said. But that's not the only person that they deported that wasn't supposed to be deported. That didn't have anything to do with gang activities or anything.
Everyone's getting deported.
Yeah, we might be. I don't know where they're gonna send us, but
Africa, motherland.
I'm not. I'm not from Africa.
You're gonna be from Africa.
Give me a motherfucking choice. All right, give me a choice. If we gotta go, give me a choice.
What's your 3 choices with me?
My 3 choices.
Yeah.
My top one is gonna be Jamaica. The second one will be Barbados, and the third will be Antigua or Trinidad, maybe.
I want the truth.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can make that happen.
Yeah, I'm sure. Anything is possible with the anything is possible with the Republicans right now.
I want the truth.
All they gonna do is just go on the fucking TV and say it was a clerical error, but we're glad we got her out of here because she was trafficking kids and
I want the truth.
A gang member in Jamaica.
Shit.
I want the truth.
So, but I can't wait till they purposely mistakenly deport Melania and Elon's wife.
That's not gonna happen.
It's not.
What's this shit about little baby? You heard about this?
He might be going to jail.
Atlanta gang investigator Marissa, some crazy last name, testifies on wiretap allegedly proving little baby alleged involvement in the murder by higher plot. Crazy. Fatal shooting a 13-year-old boy in Lamont and what did the little baby do? Can you tell me? I want to read this.
So he did a video in the Ops neighborhood, right? The video got shot up. So then in retaliation, allegedly his people went and shot up the block and of the Ops. And there were 3 young boys. One was actually like just celebrating his birthday. I think he just made however old they were. But he was celebrating his birthday. Him and 2 of his friends, and him and another one of his friends died, and the other one was, I guess, like in critical condition or something like that. But he survived, and they're trying to say that if baby didn't shoot his video in that on that turf, then this wouldn't have spiraled the way it did. And honestly, I agree. I don't know about the
come on, bro. You know what's finna go on. Like, how the hell you can? You know what I'm saying? They ain't even like that, man. They got tickets on a lot of these folks. I'm telling you.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who was that said that about the tickets?
Unc, the unidentified male that was being referred to as Unc.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sanders.
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by what do you mean on somebody's head?
Like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Harmed.
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
Dominique Jones wanted to have people harmed.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
Oh, what's up?
The suspects charged in the murders of 2 13-year-old children last summer showed no emotion as a gang detective testified against them in court today. Channel 2's Michael Seiden is live outside the Fulton County Courthouse. And Michael, today's hearing was part of the preliminary hearing, which will determine if there's enough evidence for the suspects to stand trial.
Yeah.
And Karen, we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. In the last hour, that prelim wrapped up for the day. There's still another defense attorney who needs to cross-examine that APD gang detective. But we were inside the courtroom earlier today for some compelling testimony. One by one, the suspects charged in the 2024 murders of 13-year-old Lamont Freeman and his friend 13-year-old Jacody Davis took their seats inside a Fulton County courtroom for day 3 of a preliminary hearing, which will determine if there's sufficient evidence for the men to stand trial.
So I think that we are ready to begin.
An APD detective who asked us not to show her face because she's involved in undercover investigations took the stand for more than
the suspects charged in the murders of 2
hours. She testified that investigators used social social media posts and wiretaps to determine that the 7 defendants are members or associates of the Goodfellas criminal street gang. Police say the shooting stemmed from a gang war sparked by rapper Lil Baby, who they claim is affiliated with the rival criminal street gang 4PF. Last May, police say the hip-hop superstar filmed a music video in their territory and multiple people were shot, which investigators say sparked the gang war. The attorney for Lil Baby called those claims complete and total nonsense and added that his client had absolutely nothing to do with those shootings. During cross-examination today, defense attorney Brian Tevis criticized the investigation and claimed that investigators did not have any evidence that proves his client was involved or even in a gang.
I've been photographed with Chief Justice John Roberts. Am I a member of the Supreme Court?
Is the Supreme Court a gang?
Well, they're affiliated. In fact, there's 3 or more members, and if any of them commits a crime, you would say they're in a gang, right?
If they commit criminal street gang.
2 hours, she testified that investigators used social media posts and wiretaps to determine that the 7 defendants are members or associates of the Goodfellas criminal street gang. Police say the shooting stemmed from a gang war sparked by rapper Lil Baby, who they claim is affiliated with the
activity.
Yeah, some of the back and forth that we saw during cross-examination. Now, again, this is going to continue next Monday at 12:30, and at that point, the judge will decide if there's enough evidence for these these suspects to stand trial. We're live in downtown Atlanta. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action News.
Activity.
They would snitch.
So, this guy, that's what Young Thug posted, right?
Yeah.
He wants to go and do them 20 years. Clearly, there's somebody in there that he misses, and he's like crying out to go back to prison. Because why would he do that? Who is that? The lady?
That's Lil Baby.
Thank you for all the concern. Please don't be misinformed by fake. Oh, okay. So that was I think he posted that when I think the mayor did a press conference.
Yeah.
I don't know who it was, but somebody did a press conference, and that's when he posted that.
Y'all live. We over here kicking in. We got a little baby shooting a video around here. We don't know how we do it. That slapping taco. Baby, there he go. There he go. Y'all see him? He came to get him some tacos, baby. Y'all better pull up, because you already know how he doing this slapping tacos, baby. Pull up, baby. Little baby just pulled up on us. You know, we doing it big around this month.
She said pull up because you know how he do these tacos. First of all, bitch, that don't mean he buying tacos for everybody. You don't get a taco, you don't get a taco, you don't get a taco. Like, that's not, what does that even mean, pull up? Like, and then she might be an op. Baby, I think you need to look into her.
So y'all better try to get in where you fit in. Where at Slapping Tacos? Baby, the address is in the bio. If you don't know where we at, I don't even know why you follow me no more. So, baby, you should already know where we at. Stop playing. Right there off the crown.
Whoa, that taco.
We out here shooting a video. So come get some taco.
It would have been really bad if something happened to him because she did this shit.
Shout out to PNB Rock. That's what happened to him.
No, because that's not what happened to him.
Posting.
That didn't have nothing to do with the girl. Y'all got to stop saying that.
So, or don't be a part of the video. I ain't even tripping.
Bitch, he
here.
Ask for extras.
And he pulled up in the Rolls Royce for me. I told that boy don't come in here pick me up. No Rolls Royce. He didn't have to pick me up in the Rolls Royce. Y'all laugh, man. What did it kind of play, baby? We love you too.
Where's the Rolls Royce? Huh?
I don't know.
Cause yeah, I don't think she knows what she's talking about.
We got the right one, y'all.
Is she going to Cybertruck a Rolls Royce?
I don't know. Something closed. What happened?
That's probably the fucking taco. I don't know. What is that? Is that the place?
Yeah, I guess it was before the shootout happened. They closed the taco place up.
She sounds like a bird. Leo, they not in $1,000 suits, but them clothes cost a lot of money.
I want the truth.
Nah, sometimes the taco trucks be okay because we got one downtown that I go to and my stomach don't be hurting. Just don't put no cilantro in my shit or I'm gonna throw it back.
What?
Yeah, I don't like cilantro. Yes, you get a ticket. You get a ticket. Everybody get a fucking ticket. That's their lives. So now they're not saying spin the block. Now it's tickets.
What?
It's a lot, and it's not young niggas. It's YNs. It's a lot of all this lingo. It's annoying.
The lingo jingo.
But I don't have to speak that way.
Lingo jingo.
Tickets, YNs, spinning the block, op packs. It's crazy.
Baby.
Baby name is Wham. That's what Young Thug calls him. So do you think that was his fault?
Yeah.
Y'all think that was his fault? The boys getting killed?
No, that's not his fault. It's just bad aiming. It's bad aim.
The op pack is like your ops, and when they die, then you just light something up, whether it be a hookah or a cigarette. It's supposed to be weed, but it's just smoking on my ops.
Damn.
I didn't make it up.
Damn.
You remember when 50 was just smoking on Irv Gotti's pack?
Are you laughing?
I laughed because you laughed.
Bad, very bad.
Now, all right. So, now, do you think that Thug violated his probation, putting that woman up there?
Yeah.
You think Thug violated his probation by putting that woman up there?
Doug?
Yeah.
What Doug had to do with this?
He put the woman's picture up there and called her whatever, he called her out of her name, and now Fannie is trying to lock him out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, so
can you lock him up? Can she lock him up?
If they consider that violation, yeah, and then he'll be doing 20 years though.
Damn.
That was a really bad deal that he got, really bad, because he's already posting shit.
Hopefully everybody gets
all them botch face photos. Why would you post those?
Not everybody get a fair share and get they just do, and nobody.
What'd you say?
No, so hopefully everybody get a fair share and then we'll go to jail. I mean, it is what it is.
Why is she there?
Because I'm gonna play the video.
What video?
You sent me a video about Cardi B. I'm gonna play it.
Oh.
And we're gonna kill the time because I'm really drunk.
Yeah, because that's all she is. That's all she's around for, is to kill time.
Pete, she had 50 million monthly listeners. But if you take a look at it right now, she's sitting only at 28 million. And if we're being honest, it's all her fault. Her debut album came out 7 years ago. It won a Grammy over Astroworld, which caused so much controversy, but she never followed up this Grammy-winning album. She starved her fan base for years, and the consequences have been seen. Her career is in limbo right now. You never see Cardi B being talked about for how good the music is. You only see her in the news when she arguing with somebody, when she beefing, or when she arguing with her ex-husband Offset. And I mean, she argued with that man a lot. Their relationship got a big part to play in the way that people look at Cardi B. So Cardi B, New York native, her life started out regular until she was working at this grocery store, right? She got fired, and the moment she got fired would really change her life, even if she didn't know it at the time. Because she would go from working at this grocery store to stripping at a club down the street. And she said herself that her dancing helped her escape poverty in DV, because at that time, her life was rough. And the money from dancing was the only thing that helped her get out of that situation she was in. But that don't mean that dancing was just, oh, I'm making money. she will come out years later, basically incriminating herself. She said that during the time she was dancing, she was on BS. Now, I can't exactly say what she did because we're on YouTube, but I can say she would Bill Cosby dudes, knock them out, rob them for everything they had.
I took myself out of the strip club. I did. I built my followers up, and I'm building my own music career. Nobody helping me. So, motherfucker, that I don't deserve to be an artist because it's handed to me, and I haven't put in no work. You're bugging because I'm 24 years old and I look washed up because I spent hours in the studio. Hours. I paid over $50,000 in studio time because I did it myself. Yeah, let's go to this hotel and I up and I robbed them. That's what I used to do.
Damn.
When this clip came out, people all online, all over the internet was mad at her. And I mean, she deserved every bit of this controversy because that's insane for somebody to say and to do. Imagine if the roles were reversed. A man came out and said exactly what she did. His career done for, he getting investigated, he going to jail, all of that. But the controversy happened and she would come out trying to explain herself. BBC wrote this. The rapper faced criticism after the 3-year-old Instagram live video started recirculating on social media. Whether or not there were poor choices at the time, I did what I had to do to survive. I never claimed to be perfect or come from a perfect world. BBC also wrote the original video was made as her career was starting to take off. And her response was to someone who said she didn't deserve the success because she ain't put work in. In response, she wrote on Instagram that she had been talking about things from my past, right or wrong, that she felt like she needed to do to make a living. She also said, I'm part of hip hop culture where you could talk about where you came from, talk about the wrong things you had to do to get where you are. I had very limited options. She said, there's rappers out here that glorify murder, violence, drugs, and robbing. She said she never glorified the things she did. She just brought it up. She would just come online, talk about it. She said what she had to say. That's basically the reason she gave for the whole thing. She also ended the statement by saying that the men that she did the things to were conscious, willing, and aware. But that don't make sense from what you said. How are they conscious, willing, and aware if you just said it was knocked out? You were stealing everything from. Anyways, though, she was getting a lot of controversy and surviving. Cardi B was trending at that time. Back to when she was dancing though. She started dancing. She started to build this brand around herself. Vine was popping at the time and she would take full advantage of it. Vine, if you don't know, was basically what TikTok is. Everybody was going viral. All of these people was creating a platform off of Vine. But the difference is, well, it ain't even that different. If we being honest, they saying TikTok about to get deleted right now. That's the same thing what happened to Vine. Vine went bankrupt. Vine got deleted. So it's kind of history repeating itself right now. Point is, she was on Vine. She was getting attention. She caught the eyes of Love and Hip Hop. Now, Love and Hip Hop had a big part to play in the music space back in the early 2010s. Now, today, niggas don't really need Love and Hip Hop no more. They can build a whole brand for themselves off of their phone. But back then, it wasn't as accessible as it is today. So people go on Love and Hip Hop to start them up a rap career or R&B career. And that's exactly what Cardi B did. She went to Love and Hip Hop. She started sparking up her own career. And it's like 2015 at this point. She on this show making music on the side. And I mean, the show was doing it right because she was getting brand deals. At this time, she got a brand deal with Romantic Depot. You probably guess what it is, adult toy shop, but she was on the right track. She was getting money. And around 2016, 2017, her life would start to change. She would start feeding the streets, dropping this music, becoming a name that people knew. See her song, Bodak Yellow, come out. It's viral, huge song. It goes #1. In 2017 will also be the start of a real big beef. A beef that will last years. Cardi B versus Nicki Minaj. This will spark up in 2017. What started it all? Cardi B will come out.
No Cardi B slander here. We from
the faces. No. When did, honest question, when did Cardi start getting pretty to y'all?
I don't know, but when Nicki started having them facelifts?
With Remy Ma at Summer Jam. And this was right off of Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma huge beef where they were dropping full-on diss tracks on each other. So around this time, people would get to speculating, oh, are they beefing? Are they beefing? But at this time, Nicki and Cardi was shooting it down. They was like, nah, we not beefing. We chilling. But all of that would be until September 2017, where another huge song would come out for Cardi B. But it wasn't just a Cardi B song. It was Cardi B, the Migos, Nicki Minaj. It was all on this one song. But Cardi B,
Cardi killed Nicki on that.
Nicki Minaj,
no, she didn't,
would have
she doesn't write
toward each other on the same song. Really think about it. These two was dissing each other on the same song, and the fans was thinking, "Are y'all dissing each other?" But they would keep coming out denying it. Nah, we're not beefing. Cardi B told Complex this. It's so annoying. I feel like people wouldn't even be satisfied if me and Nicki were making out. I feel like people just want that German because it's entertaining. You know, when Nicki and Remy was going at it with each other, everybody was entertained. People always want to talk about how in our community, in the urban community, how we need to get along with each other. But these are the same people who want to see minority women against each other. They don't do that shit in pop music. They don't do that. Cardi would later go on to say that Nicki verse was different. She kept saying that Nicki verse got changed. And I want you to keep this point in the back of your mind because it's going to be real important. Because at the same time, we would have Nicki saying that, oh yeah, my verse was put down before Cardi B even got put on the song. This was Complex wrote. Shortly after Migos released Motorsport, many people began speculating that Nicki had no idea Cardi would also be on the record. Nicki addressed the rumors Tuesday night on Twitter, explaining she originally recorded the song under the assumption it was just going to be her and Quavo. However, she said Quavo contacted her later about Cardi B's potential verse. Nicki said she was all for it. Nicki went on to say that all of her records received her stamp of approval before they released on streaming services. She suggested that these blindside theories were a way to perpetrate false rumors that Cardi and Nicki had beef. But fast forward a few months, they going on this whole press run saying, nigga, we ain't beefing. But that would be until Cardi B will come out and release her debut album, the one that I was speaking on earlier, the one that won that Grammy. She comes out 2018, drops this album, #1. Fans is loving it. But just a week after this album will come out, Nicki will come out. She would drop 2 singles and would do an interview basically shitting on Cardi B with Zane Lowe.
Hater.
During her interview with Zane, Nicki finally addresses what was bubbling under the surface all these months. The only thing that Cardi did that really hurt my feelings was the first interview after Motorsport came out. It hurt me because she kept saying, I didn't hear the verse. She changed. Nicki said, I kind of felt ambushed. I fully supported her up until this recent interview. I had never seen her show me genuine love in the interview. I can't imagine how many girls wish they could have been on a song with Nicki. And I'm not saying it in a cocky way. It wasn't all that Nicki had to say. She would get on Twitter talking shit. She said, how can you say someone changed their verse and forgot to say Quavo told me to remove my singing part, which I love. And Atlantic told me to remove your name from my verse per your request. So how were those changes going to happen if I didn't change my verse? And what's crazy is the original verse that Cardi was talking about got leaked. And guess what the bar was that Nicki said about Cardi in the leaked version? She said, if Cardi be the QB, I'm Nick Lombardi. And Cardi B felt like this was a diss because Lombardi was a football coach. And if she calling Cardi a quarterback, she basically saying, if y'all think that Cardi be the queen of rap right now, who do y'all think taught her? Who do y'all think coached her to be like this? And so for months of arguing online, throwing a little petty shit out, they would eventually see each other in person. And on this night, it was both on bad time. At the Harper's Bazaar Icons party, Cardi and Nicki would get into it. It said that this night, Cardi B pushed up on Nicki. She walked up to her table, trying to address the beef, trying to talk her shit. But she wasn't able to. They saying Nicki security did their job, did what they supposed to, and they elbowed her right in the face, leaving a big ass knot. I know y'all remember that picture.
Rod did that.
What?
Raleigh did that, allegedly.
Who's Riley?
Raleigh.
Oh, Riley. Oh.
Really didn't do that. She got her face beat off.
That's a big knot, yo. I don't like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't it. After she got elbowed, she would throw one of her shoes at Nicki. And I mean, this is viral everywhere. 2 of the biggest females in rap at the time beefing and fighting. Everybody was paying attention. And that was the biggest moment of this beef. But that don't mean it was going to stop anytime soon. As the years would go on, we would see them argue and throw shots even more. But back in 2023, they were running to each other again for the first time since the fighting incident. But nothing physical happened. Just some words exchanged. And that was just until a week later when Nicki Minaj's husband would get online, going around New York claiming that, oh, I'm looking for Cardi B, I'm looking for Offset. He was trying to put hands on somebody.
Smack all them little things
Like,
out
yo,
your-
let him in.
Oh,
Come on, boy.
and knock a veneers out of mouth. Stupid.
Boy.
Ball mouth.
And this would spark up a beef between Offset and Nicki Minaj's husband. Offset was DMing him, asking for the low, trying to fight. But even though nothing came from the situation, even though these two didn't fight, even though no lows got dropped, that don't mean the law wasn't watching. A judge seen what Nicki Minaj's husband was doing, and the judge ain't like it because he was already on probation. Rolling Stone wrote this. Nicki Minaj's husband, Kenneth, has been sentenced by a federal judge in Los Angeles to serve house arrest after violating the terms of his 3-year probation. According to the court order obtained by Rolling Stones, Petty was recorded on video making threatening remarks toward a specific individual while in the company of someone who has a criminal record. Legal affairs journalist Megan Cunningham, who first reported the news, claimed on Twitter that the individual was Offset, Cardi B's husband. And then to make it all worse, Nicki Minaj's husband is a SO. Now, I can't specifically say what that is because we're on YouTube, but just know he one of them niggas that can't go near schools. And that's his own situation with his own controversy.
Yeah, that.
You can look that up and really try to understand that situation. But that's what he is. He one of them. Point is, though, Cardi B and Nicki probably won't ever stop beefing. Remember what I said, though. Back in 2018, during this beef with Nicki, she dropped this album. It did come out. It did end up winning this Grammy over Asteroid that a lot of people felt like was robbed from Travis Scott because, in my opinion, Asteroid is one of the best, one of the most defining albums of the 2010s. I don't care what you got to say. That's a masterpiece. But this ain't the shit on Cardi B or nothing. She won the Grammy. She won the Grammy. Cardi B didn't like the backlash she was getting for winning this Grammy. She felt like it was unfair.
You know what? It's not my style for people to put other people down to uplift somebody else. That's not my style, and that's not what I'm with, and I don't support that. However, I've been taking a lot of shit today. I'm seeing a lot of today, and I saw a lot of last night, and I'm sick of this shit. I worked hard for my mother album. I remember last year when I didn't want for Bodak Yellow, everybody was like, Cardi got snubbed. Cardi would have got snubbed. Now this year's a problem. My album went 2-time platinum. In every chart that there was, my album was always top 10. #1 album as my ass off, locked myself in the studio for 3 months, man. Then went to sleep in my own bed, sometimes for 4 days straight, pregnant. Some songs couldn't even get on the album because my nose was so stuffy from my pregnancy. Couldn't sleep, couldn't do shit. While everybody was harassing me, like, you everything that was given we know you pregnant.
And for her fans, they were really excited that, oh, my favorite artist won this Grammy. She won this Grammy. What's coming next? But nothing ever came. No album. All of these fans that she built up were just sitting there wondering whether they was going to get another album or not. But it never came. And so these numbers will slowly start depleting. And for years, her career was in a place of limbo, not knowing where it was going to go next. Until 2020, she would come out and drop WAP. Her and Megan Thee Stallion dropped this big ass song. Wow. It's doing great. But at the same time it's doing great, we will have her and Offset and constant problems. Too many problems for me to just put in one video. So I'm going to have to go through some of these and pick out what I think are the most important. Throughout all of the events that I done told in this video, her and Offset had been in a relationship. And they were always in the news for something. Them niggas always arguing or doing this. But over the past few years, it's done picked up too much. After all of these cheating allegations and rumors of Offset being a bad husband, 2020 will come, she files for divorce. And there was a whole bunch of other shit. She wanted full custody of their kid, and she wanted this and she wanted that. But she would end up getting back with Offset not too long after filing for divorce. And this would just be a cycle of her getting with Offset, leaving Offset. Then a few months after filing for divorce, she would dismiss the divorce against Offset. At the same time that she was going through whatever she was going through with Offset, Cardi B wasn't playing with people. Cardi B had an insane lawsuit going in the background for the past few years against a YouTuber named Tasha K. So this YouTuber comes out and will start spreading rumors that, oh, Cardi B had a mean-ass STD. Cardi is suing celebrity gossip vlogger Tasha K. She claims that she was engaged in a campaign to destroy the rapper's reputation while knowingly spreading false statements that Cardi B worked as a prostitute, used coke, cheated on her husband, Offset, had herpes, HPV, all of this. It said this started around the time that Cardi B was first pregnant. Tasha would get on YouTube saying that, oh yeah, Cardi B child is going to come out with some intellectual disabilities. Rolling Stone wrote this. Tasha became obsessed with slandering and harassing Cardi B. In the 16 months preceding the filing of this lawsuit, Tasha put out at least 38 videos regarding the rapper. According to court documents obtained by XXL on Tuesday, Tasha K was found liable of defamation and intentional infliction of emotional harm. As a result, Tasha K has to pay Cardi B a total of $1,338,753, which includes $1 million for general damages and $250,000 for medical expenses. The remaining amount, $88,000. This YouTuber comes out, starts making these lies. Cardi B started this case. This case would drag on for years, and it would end with the woman paying so much money she would have to file for bankruptcy. $4 million is what Cardi B won in this defamation judgment against this lady. Cardi B sat and made an example out of her. But you know what's crazy? Just a couple months ago, 2025, there will be an update on her in this case. According to the bankruptcy plan obtained by Rolling Stone, Cardi B will receive monthly installments over the next 5 years, putting her in a priority position similar to that of the IRS. Other creditors are set to receive only annual payments in the first year, but Tasha is due to pay Cardi $176,000 by the 5th year. Tasha is due to pay the artist $318,000 over 12 months. The total tab for the full 5 years tops $1.1 million. The plan does not require Cardi B to refrain from speaking about Tasha. So Cardi could come online and talk all this shit about Tasha she won't, but Tasha still got to pay up that $1 million because
she literally paid her lawyer
online spreading bullshit. That's why if you hear me say something in my video that I don't know is a fact, that I haven't cross-checked and figured out, I'm going to say alleged. Y'all niggas not about to get me. But even though Cardi did come off a win with that case, that don't mean life was necessarily all good. 2022, we would have Takeoff pass away, and this was something that affected the whole industry. Everyone in hip-hop was hurting, especially Takeoff and Quavo. But we would have Cardi B come online speaking of how hard it was for her to even help Offset during this situation.
Trying to make points. Stop trying to make what we could do next, what should have been done. Trying to be funny to get clout. It has been a couple of weeks, and I feel like a lot of people are starting to feel a little bit comfortable with trying to be funny, trying to say slick shit. I know that y'all been seeing, my Insta stories, and y'all see Offset in and out and everything on my stories and everything. And, we're living our life normally, but deep down inside, our hearts have been so heavy. And I feel like if I talk about the internet so desensitized, I feel like if we talk about how we really feel and like what really been going through, y'all will start saying, oh, sympathy, and we don't want no sympathy. We ain't no charity case. But no lie, I have been feeling so hopeless, trying to make my husband happy, trying to make him crack a smile, seeing him randomly cry, see him trying to distract his mind completely. Schedule been changing, trying to keep up with work after everything that he's been going through these past couple of weeks. We're not in the mood to be playing around with y'all. Dead ass.
At this point, we in 2022, still no new album from Cardi B. She would drop these singles, they would do good, or she would do features. But features and singles can only carry a fan base for so long. But she still had this fan base that she built up. And one day, fans would be getting tired. They'd be like, yo, what? Like, give us an update on the album. And she did.
Because I'm just like a mom, and I do have anxiety. I've been having a lot of anxiety because I know right after I drop my album, I have to go on tour, and I have like bad separation anxiety from my kids.
Yes,
and
let's kids as an excuse.
People would just be making it seem like it's easy, oh, you could take your kids on tours with you and everything, but it wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair for my daughter for me to do that for my daughter, because my daughter, she's in gymnastics class, she's in ballet, she's about to take hip-hop dancing classes, and she likes to be around kids. And it's like, for me to take my daughter on tour, it's like I'm just gonna rob her away from things that she loves to do, just because I want her to be close to me and everything. But it's like a balance. And then when it comes to music and everything, I just be feeling like I don't be liking anything. Like I don't be liking anything.
We
Like
don't either.
I feel like I got so many songs and I just don't like nothing. I feel like and a mother will play in your face over and over and over and over and over again, and she'll be like, watch what I'm about to do, watch what I'm about to say. And it's so sad that this really likes to play games with me when I'm at my most vulnerable time, when I'm not the most confident. He likes to play games with me because he knows I'm not an easy girl. He knows yesterday I could have been out, I could have been chilling, I could have been this and that. He knows I'm in my house. He knows that I'm chilling. He knows I'm not doing the most. And I've really been sparing you.
And throughout 2024, her career would be filled with her being mad at Offset and speaking on this album saying that it's coming soon. But you see, 2024 came and went. We didn't get no album, but something we did get, it was Cardi B filing for divorce against Offset for a second time. And this time, a lot more info would come out. At one point, Cardi B was accusing Offset and his mom of robbing her out of $10,000.
You and your mama robbed me. Yeah, you and your mom robbed me cold. Wipe my nose. By the way, do you guys know that my kids didn't receive no Christmas gifts from somebody in particular? Mother wants to make it seem on social media like I was keeping my kids away from them. Like to make movies on social media, but purposely fly to New York to buy their kids gifts. And guess how many gifts did they buy my kids? 0.
Y'all hear the way she speaks. Y'all really think that she's writing? Can you just play what I sent you in the DM really quickly, please? Let's hear her freestyle. But y'all think that with the way she speaks, she's writing that music? I mean, I know it's still whack, but she's not writing anything. Okay? She ain't sit up in no fucking studio for no 3 fucking months. Okay? Because it takes longer than that to make a motherfucking album. And all of that success behind that album was riding on the back of a Nicki Hates train and lots and lots of payola, which they're probably not even going to give her this time because the record label is going bankrupt, putting all that money towards her, and they're not recouping anything because she's trash.
Trash?
Yeah, like, well, in her language, basura.
Bitch getting paid, talking about bands. I got a parade. I'm not housekeeping when I say a bitch is made. Yeah, self-made. Ain't your fucking bitch. I ain't no fucking maid. Nigga, follow me for motherfucking days. The fuck? Getting chips like Lay's, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It floats in my, because I'm an artist. It comes from, it's in my blood. You know what I'm saying? Metaphors, bars, double entendres, compound words, similes, verbs. It's bigger than the wave. It's better than a real bad.
Please don't play it again. Never mind. Don't play it again. That's it. She needs Partisan or whoever that is in the background to even tell her what to say. The bitch don't know what a double entendre is. She doesn't. She don't know what a motherfucking metaphor is. You know why? Because she's illiterate. She's a tard. And she doesn't write her own music.
I want the truth. I want the truth.
Ask her to give y'all at least one double entendre and one metaphor that she's used. She won't even know which one. She won't even know what bar it is.
Why is the hate?
But I mean, I wanted y'all to hear that.
I'm gonna do a Nicki. I'm a thing tomorrow. We're gonna talk about Nicki Minaj.
Okay, have fun. Talk about how she's still the highest selling female rapper of all time.
Me and Cal.
How she's never going on nowhere. She's never going anywhere. Talk about her. Excuse me. Talk about her tour. Her tour that she did 2 legs of. Then talk about all of her albums, not just the first album. Talk about all of them.
For the weed smoking.
And then you could talk about the feature run that Nicki had before an actual album.
We're talking about her husband and her weed smoking.
Okay. When you do that, talk about my husband and my weed smoking. So
I want the truth.
What?
I'm just saying. And if you want to do that, you can also add Cardi. You could talk about her husband and her cigarette smoking.
Cardi don't have a husband. Cardi's single.
No, not yet. She's just whoring right now.
I want the truth.
She's whoring with the whore.
Everybody, we gonna defend Cardi B tomorrow.
Y'all have fun in the Bronx defending Cardi.
We gonna be in a Biggie Down tomorrow. We gonna be in a bodegas. I'm playing some Cardi B music tomorrow. All right.
Yuck.
We're gonna slaughter Nicki tomorrow.
Thank God my face won't be on the screen.
Oh,
I never enable anything like that.
I want the truth.
In spirit.
She was in a movie with Jennifer Lopez. I never knew that.
She was.
Oh, okay. How did that do? Because I never heard of it.
Flop. But
got it.
It was J-Lo. It wasn't.
Yes. Leo, clearly she was just being herself, a dirty ass.
I want the truth.
I would like to know when did she start getting pretty? And how and were y'all counting the faces?
We out of here.
Did y'all count the faces?
We out of here. All right, show over. Listen.
Bye, Nikki.
Bronx, I'm sorry. We won't be no more Bronx slander going forward. All right. Only Cardi.
Yes, it will. Why are you lying to these people?
What?
Why are you lying to them?
Only Cardi slander. No Cardi, more Cardi.
Only Cardi slander. Fine. Okay. I'll leave the Bronx alone.
We'll hit up a Nicki. We'll talk about that.
I'll leave the Bronx alone and I'll just talk about it.
We'll pull up Nicki tomorrow. See if we can get some of the dirt on her.
Pick up hope, and when you should do a lot of like comparison, like face comparisons with Nicki too.
Oh yeah, Nicki did have some surgery.
That is, same face.
No, not the same.
And you can actually see when Cardi was trying to morph into Nicki at one point, but then she started looking like Jade, the one that Offset keeps fucking. And then she started to look like Bia. I don't know who she looks like. Oh, she looks like the cat lady right now. But I don't think that she was really going for that look. But
I want the truth.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Good night, y'all.
Cardi B, we got you. We'll see y'all next week.
No, Glam has you.
We're gonna convert Benches into a Cardi B fan.
That will never happen.
She's gonna denounce Nicki next week. She has no choice. Not Nicki.
Never.
We're gonna see that flag in the back. She's burning that next week on live on the podcast.
Okay. You know what I want y'all to do? Hold your breath. Starting with Glam.
She's gonna burn the flag next week.
Never. Not happening. Anyway, good night, y'all. I just like to come on here and really tell the truth because the harsh reality is that the truth will always be told, at least on this side of the screen.
My side of the screen, I swear, we swear, and to tell the truth, don't you know but the truth.
But you always lie, especially when it comes to her.
You will lie when it comes to Nicki because you were so biased.
What is there to lie about?
Disgusting.
There's nothing to lie about when it comes to Nicki.
Yeah, don't lie about her husband.
She's not the highest selling female rapper of all time?
I don't know. She might be. I might do some research tomorrow. We will pull it up and figure out.
Okay, you do all of that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we know Nicki's making real money from doing rap. She's not, she has brands, but she's a rapper first. She's a rapper first.
What brand she has that's selling? I don't think she has any brands that's doing anything good. We going. You brought that. That's it. That means everybody else brought it?
There's millions just like me. And then you have vinyls, nails, perfume, merch.
Justin.
More than one. No. Let me see your Cardi stuff.
Disgusting.
Let me see your Cardi stuff. What song of Cardi's do you have on your playlist? I don't have any.
We out of here, man. This is disgusting. See you tomorrow.
Yeah.